Tea. Ah, yes, the holy grail of British stereotypes. Tea. According to the world, every Brit wakes up with a cuppa, solves their problems with a cuppa, and probably ends international conflicts over a cuppa. But where did this obsession come from? It all started with the aristocracy in the 17th century, when tea was a luxury import from China. Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution and boom, tea became the working class fuel. It was cheap, strong, and paired perfectly with a biscuit and a bit of gossip. Now, it's practically cultural currency. We drink it when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're awkward, and especially when we don't know what else to do. It's less about the drink and more about the ritual, a warm, socially acceptable pause button on life. But do all Brits still love tea today? Not quite. Coffee's creeping in. Energy drinks have arrived, and let's not forget that whole herbal nonsense. Still, if the kettle's on, odds are a Brit's not far behind. Bad teeth. This really kicked off in the 20th century with Hollywood. Americans were obsessed with that shiny, perfect, blindingly white Hollywood smile, while Brits, well, we just had normal teeth. Not rotten, not falling out, just not bleached within an inch of their lives. Then shows like The Simpsons, Austin Powers, and every late-night comedian jumped on the bandwagon, and suddenly, British teeth were the punchline of the century. But here's the truth. The UK actually has one of the best dental health systems in the world. Studies even show British teeth are no worse and sometimes better than American ones. We just don't all want to look like toothpaste ads. So no, we're not secretly chewing on rocks and avoiding dentists. We just don't fancy veneers that glow in the dark. Queuing. If there's one thing the British do better than anyone else, it's standing in line. Politely, silently, even proudly. We queue for buses, for bank machines, but why the obsession? It all comes down to order, fairness, and our deep-rooted fear of social awkwardness. Nothing says civilized society like waiting your turn while pretending not to look annoyed. The queue is sacred, a social contract stronger than law. But try cutting in line and you'll feel it. Not fists. Not shouting, but the ultimate British weapon, the passive-aggressive glare. Cold, judging, devastating. Quite frankly, if queuing were an Olympic sport, we'd win gold without moving. We're all from London. Ask anyone outside the UK to name a British city, and 9 times out of 10, it's London. And by that logic, every British person must live within walking distance of Big Ben, ride a red double-decker, and sip tea with the Queen daily. But here's the truth. Most Brits aren't from London. In fact, many of us actively avoid it. It's expensive, it's crowded, and it's got more pigeons than people some days. Sure, it's iconic, but Britain is a patchwork of wildly different regions, each with its own accents, slang, and attitude. From Manchester to Newcastle, Liverpool to Leeds, Birmingham to Bristol, we're not all shouting, "Oi!" in a Cockney accent. And let's not even get started on the Scots, Welsh, and Northern Irish. Spoiler alert, they're British too, and they're definitely not from London. Oh, you're from Britain? What part of London? We're obsessed with the weather. In Britain, talking about the weather isn't just small talk, it's a national pastime. Rain? Mention it. Sun? Complain it's too hot. Snow? Panic. Even nice weather is suspicious. Lovely day, isn't it? Usually means let's enjoy this now before it inevitably turns to chaos. But why are we so weather obsessed? Blame geography. We live on an island where the weather can change 5 times before lunch. Sunshine in the morning, sideways rain by noon, and a mysterious fog rolling in by dinner. It's unpredictable, chaotic, and absolutely perfect for awkward conversation starters. Plus, in a culture that's famously reserved, chatting about the weather is the safest way to communicate without revealing anything personal. It's social armor. It says, I acknowledge your existence, but let's not get too emotional about it. We're always polite. The world seems to think Brits are the politest people alive, constantly saying sorry, please, thank you, and cheers, even when someone steps on our foot. And to be fair, we do say sorry a lot. Sometimes it is true politeness, and other times it's just emotional avoidance with better grammar. See, British politeness isn't always about being kind, it's about being socially smooth. We're masters of subtle sarcasm, understatements, and the kind of tone where interesting actually means absolute rubbish. We'll say no worries at all while secretly planning your destruction, or that's brave when we mean you look ridiculous. It's a dance, a code, a form of warfare where no one raises their voice but everyone leaves feeling slightly judged.